very much, Mzee, for allowing us time to come to your garden, to come to your farm. It's a great farm, very beautiful. Just as our viewers can see this whole farm around, we have a nice farm here. Very nice trees, very nice trees. You can see around there is napier grass, blue gum, the white gum, bananas. You can see mangoes. You can see on the other end we have cows. You can see cows there, well fed, well nourished. So Mzee, maybe I'll give you time to introduce yourself, and also the far background you can see a red roofed house, modern house, courtesy of Mzee's effort. So I want to give Mzee time to introduce himself and maybe tell us slightly what he does, his slight background, and maybe advice for the young people. Mzee, it's your turn.
Oh, thank you, Bwana visitor. You're welcome to my farm.
Thank you.
I am known as John Utieno. Ulo is my father's name.
Okay.
Commonly, I'm known as Long Jones.
Long Jones.
Yes.
Good.
That's the name I acquired from the teachers because I was a teacher. But I only joined teaching after doing some work with private farms, different private farms, at least 5 different European farms.
Okay.
Now, when I retired, I retired in 82.
1982.
Yes, when there was a coup in attempt coup by Ochoka, people like Ochoka.
Okay.
So by then I was working in industrial area, Black and Decker.
Okay.
But when my comrades were killed, I decided I'm coming home to be a farmer or a teacher. So that was in early 1982.
82.
So when I came back, I joined to the college. Now when I joined the college, it found when I had only one wife.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Otieno is her name. Now she's a hard worker, just like myself.
Oh.
Now we resorted to do farming.
Farm work.
Yes. So in the course of my taking the course, because from the college, I had to make sure I could be established as a trained teacher. I did not like to teach as an untrained teacher. So after completing my college in 1985, I became a teacher recruited as a P1 teacher.
Okay.
Finally, I ended as an approved teacher.
Okay.
I retired in 1985. I mean 1990, 205.
205.
Yes.
Yes.
So I retired in 205 as a senior retired teacher, headmaster.
Okay.
Now, in the course of the time, I have engaged myself in agriculture. Actually, my initial start or admiration of agriculture as a farm, I had gained the interest from youth. Yes, from age 15, I was a young farmer.
Okay, at 15.
At age 15, like I had my own garden. I had my chickens, I had my sheep, I had my goats. But that one I inherited from my parents.
Yeah.
Because they were hard workers. Now, I am married to 2 wives.
Oh, now you have 2 wives.
Yeah, I have 2 wives.
A typical African man.
Typical African man.
Yes.
My first wife is having 14 children.
14.
My second wife is having 15 children.
So you have 29.
So I have 29.
Are all of them alive?
A few of them have died.
Oh.
Death
is inevitable.
It's inevitable.
Yeah, that is true.
So I have them.
Yeah.
As at now, because I have engaged in farming, I decided to do brick making as my project to start me off.
Oh, you do bricks also?
Brick making.
Okay.
That's the initial work I started. So when I started brick making, I was making bricks and buying land. I was making bricks and buying land.
Okay.
By the time I terminated brick making, it found when I had bought 25 acres of land.
Out of brick making?
Yes, 25 acres of land.
Okay.
And out of brick making, I was able to educate my children.
Okay.
You know, my funds as a retired teacher could not educate the children here. But from my own resource, human resource, I was capable of doing whatever I needed.
That is true.
So some of my children are scattered. Yeah, from my first house, I have some of my children are in America.
Oh.
Some of them, about 4 of my children are in America.
Okay.
The youngest there is an army officer in America.
Oh.
And then in Kenya here, I also have many children at school,
Mm-hmm.
and also one of the officers in Kenya Army. He's also an Army officer in Kenya.
That's a very rich background.
So I have a capital
Mm-hmm.
of human resource.
Human
My
resource.
children are all trained to do hard work.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I didn't do family planning, but I planned to care for my family.
You didn't do family planning, you
But I
planned to
planned
care for your
my
family through hard work.
Through hard work.
What do you advise people
Because
who
God
choose?
says,
Mm.
blessed are those who have the children, because the children are the inheritance from God. And they're only given to those who God loves.
Long Joseph.
Long Jones.
Long Jones.
Kenya Limited.
Kenya Limited.
Yes.
What advice do you give to people who have embraced the idea of family planning and are living a lazy life?
Family planning,
mm-hmm.
First of all, as a family planner,
Mm-hmm.
I know those who do the plan,
Mm-hmm.
they are criminals.
They are
God.
criminals before God.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Because if you remember the case of, in Bible, there was somebody.
Yeah, somebody, Judah.
Yeah,
whose sons were,
Aaron or Nan.
Yeah. I can see you're well versed with the Bible. Yeah.
I'm very good in Bible.
Mm.
So you could see this charge, which was wasted, made God to kill Onan.
Oh, because he was wasting the seed.
Yeah, he did not like to bring children for his father.
For his brother, his late brother.
So he was throwing them out.
Mm.
But remember, he will be answerable to
God.
The semens that he wasted. I don't need to admire somebody's wife. Therefore, I decided instead of admiring somebody's wife, I marry another wife.
You marry another wife.
That's why I got 2 children.
Typical African man.
And they're doing well.
Now, in Kenya today, there is this culture that when I need school fees, I go begging for Harambes. We have vast land. I don't dig. I don't farm my land. I just beg and make Harambes. What advice can you give in relation to doing Harambes vis-a-vis the farms that we have that we are not tilling?
Now, Harambes,
yes,
they are there, but they could do well that time, not this time.
Not this time.
These days, people don't respond very positively to Harambes. It's a very poor method of raising money. Why don't you raise your money from your human resource?
But they say
you can use your money. For example, you can look at the trees there.
Yes, the trees here, I can see.
If I need money now.
If you need money now.
I go to the bank.
You go to the bank?
For example, if I go to the Equity people. I show them my picture.
You show them your trees and your farm.
And my farm.
Your corn garden.
Yeah, they come.
And your cows the other side, yes?
They come and see them. They vet them. They evaluate the value.
They do evaluation.
The money I get. Yeah, they give the money at the capital.
Then they give you the loan.
Yeah, they will give you the loan, which they will deduct after cutting the trees. Yeah, that is a very big resource of money.
Another question, Jaduong.
Yes.
Long Jones. Long Jones Limited.
Kenya Limited.
Kenya Limited.
Yes.
Now I want to graduate you from Long Jones Kenya Limited to Long Jones Africa Limited, because this is going to impact the whole world.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, Long Jones, there is this other culture of people crying about joblessness. We don't have jobs. We went to school. Government give us jobs. You promised us jobs. What do you tell young people who have complained in that manner?
Now, first of all, they must know what is a job.
What is a job?
A job is any work that you can do which can give you financial resource. Whether dirty or clean, job is a job.
As long as it brings money.
As long as it brings
and
money.
Can put food on your table.
And put food on your table. Provided you don't use your energy to steal from somebody. Use your energy to raise the capital from the ground.
Sure.
Yes. When I was in Nairobi, you know me, I schooled in Nairobi.
You schooled in Nairobi. Which schools are these?
I was in Shada High School.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Living in Ngara.
Oh, you're living in Ngara.
Yeah, Ngara. With my uncle, with my brother-in-law. Now, I had learned a lot from there.
Okay.
I could even sell the clothes, table clothes for them.
Okay.
I could sell tomatoes for them. I'm a very good salesman.
Oh, you're also good in sales, salesmanship.
Companies where I worked, I was a salesman.
Oh, that's great.
I was one of the best salesmen. I was even a manager of Black & Decker International.
Oh, under sales department.
Under sales department.
Okay.
I also worked with the Lead and Paints International. And also under Paints.
This is a rich background.
Yeah, Black & Decker is for a power tool.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's a poverty farm where we tell to sell poverty.
So what do you tell our young people who are
But our
crying
young
there are no
people,
jobs?
what they are saying,
Mm.
they are jobs, but they don't know they are jobs.
Or they are
Just like a
oblivious
hyena
of
living in a sugarcane plantation, but they don't know that sugarcane is food consumed by man.
Oh.
Yes, let the young people come to me
Mm-hmm.
and see what I have done.
Uh-huh.
No, look at my age.
Uh-huh.
All my age mates don't have the strength to do what I'm doing now.
How old are you now?
I'm 70 only.
70?
Only.
You still look like 50 or
Yes, I'm
45.
only 70.
Ah.
But what I am doing now,
Uh-huh.
if you bring a young man of 35 years,
Cannot do.
what I've done.
Mm.
Yes. A young man of 35 to 40 will not do what I have,
So
what I've done.
are you
what I can
telling
do.
the young people that jobs are there, only they have refused, or maybe they don't have a mind or eyes that can see the opportunities around them?
First of all, they
Yes.
believe in white collar jobs.
They believe in white collar jobs.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Now, me as a teacher,
Uh-huh.
I taught agriculture.
You taught agriculture.
Now, the first mistake was made by the government
Uh-huh.
when they did not put an emphasis on the teaching of agriculture in schools.
Oh.
And therefore, that one made them not to admire agriculture.
Okay.
And again, some teachers used school gardens for punishing children.
Oh.
You see, and therefore, from that conclusion, they thought that digging is
a punishment
area.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that.
So
I love
that
that.
one did not introduce them to agriculture very well.
Ah.
But if you show the children
Mhm.
the benefits of teaching
Mhm.
agriculture,
Mhm.
go with the children to the garden,
Mhm.
prepare at a mango tree,
Mhm.
and let them get the resource from there. They will benefit.
I have loved the bit where you've said that the teachers, when a pupil or a student did a mistake,
They punish them
is punished in the garden. So people,
thought,
young people
garden is
believe
only
that garden is for
for
punishment.
for punishment.
I
Which is not
I have loved that. I have
Yes,
loved that.
that is very bad.
I have really loved
Gardens
that.
school gardens is a practical plot
It's
where
a
children
practical
should
plot.
be shown how
Mhm.
to do the works practically.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love
like
that.
now I am telling you, my friend,
Mm.
it is very unfortunate for the town learners,
Mhm.
children who learn in towns.
Yes.
You will find that an 18-year-old girl
Mhm.
cannot even cook ugali. An 18-year-old girl cannot even fetch water from the garden, I mean from the river. Cannot even clean the dishes because when they were in town, their
House help, the maids and all that.
were doing everything. And this is now why most of women remain unmarried. And if they marry, the marriage is very tentative. It's very temporary.
It's very temporary.
Because you cannot keep a woman who cannot even prepare ugali. You cannot even keep a woman who cannot even iron the clothes. You cannot keep a woman who cannot even know how to welcome visitors. They think the visitors have only come to consume the few food you have here.
Now, Long Johns.
You are a hard worker.
Yes.
You have a lot of food.
Yes, Long Johns. Long Johns.
Yes.
There are 3 more questions I want to ask you. And I'll really appreciate very brief and concise responses to this. There is the element of immorality and moral decay in society. Of course, there are people who are working hard. They get a lot of money. And they engage in immorality and all that. What advice do you give society and even young people today in relation to elements of character?
Now, immorality
Yes.
is done because these boys are energetic, but they don't know where to spend their energy.
Oh.
Somebody who is a hard worker, if you work properly, you would have no time to waste with the ladies.
I love that.
You see? But because you have sexual energy in you, where will you discharge that?
Oh.
You need to walk around and see where to throw it. But if you really work hard, you sweat. I am telling you, when I was in America.
You also went to America?
Yeah, when I was in America.
I love that.
I had to be taken to the hospital because I had not worked for the 3 or 4 months I was in America.
Oh.
You see the point?
I see. You became sick because there's a lot of energy at rest.
Yeah.
Potential energy, you called it that way before.
Yeah. When you work,
yes,
you sweat. Now, sweat is a device by which salt and sugar that we consume from food is released. But because I was there eating and drinking, and I was not sweating, now it came a time when I could not even eat bread. Ugali. I could not eat ugali.
You were sick.
I could not eat banana. I could not eat anything sugary. And this one made me to ask my daughter, who I had visited there,
Mm.
that what can I do? And it is now just at 7 in the morning. I'm taking unsugared tea with ugali. Now, suppose visitors come and find me eating this. If they say, your father is very greedy, take me this till I know the root cause of my failure to eat food. So when I went to the stall, I was diagnosed that I had a lot of sugar and salt in my blood because I was not doing exercise.
You're not doing exercise.
Yes.
So are you saying now, Mzee Long Johns, that immorality will come down if we will embrace the work ethic so that we engage our energy well?
Yes, if you have work, you have schemed yourself for your day's work. You know, from this time to this time, I am doing this. From this time to this time, I'm doing this. From this time to this time, I'm doing this. You will not have time to scheme for where to wait for somebody's daughter. You will not have time.
You won't have time.
You won't have time.
The second question, that is well said, Long Johns. The second question, just a while ago while we were talking with you, I heard you quoting Canaan, heaven. What advice do you give us in relation to issues, religion, or issues of faith?
Now, my faith is that I have to prepare myself to move from earth to heaven.
To heaven.
Now, Jesus says, and he said, and he's still saying, that he had gone to heaven to prepare a place for us where we are going to live with him. And Jesus gave us this assurance. Jesus is never a liar.
He's never a liar.
I will never lie. Never and never God will ever lie to anybody else. God is never a liar.
Sure.
He had sent his only begotten Son to come and reclaim our lives, which we had lost through Adam and Eve. Now that God is coming soon, if you read the book of Revelations, if you read Ezekiel, if the prophecies of Daniel, you will note that our world is soon ending. Now, before the world ends, we have to engage doing what God requires. For example, services. Like now I am working here. That is, I'm not preparing them for myself. Many people will use them in building their construction, firewood, things like that.
Sure.
So that is a resource I am giving them.
Oh.
Now, for that one, when God will ask me, Mr. John, I gave you energy. What did you use with the energy I gave you? I'll tell him, Lord, I used that to do farming. In the course of farming, I had a lot of production of trees, food stuff, and could even prepare the roads where people had to get access roads.
I see that.
Yes, like my friend here talking to me here found me where I was working on the roads.
Sure.
I think he has another scene where I was standing where I was making the road.
Sure.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah, but then I realized that some people were not even happy with what I was doing. Because, you know, for the bad people, when I was making the bush around to be clear, they thought that is their habitat for their ill doings. Yes, they were not happy with me because...
All right. It's very clear.
Yes.
If I got you right, you said we must work knowing that at a given moment in this life, we shall be accountable to God. He will ask us. He gave us talent. He gave us time. He gave us treasure. He gave us different abilities and time. What did we do with this? You will show your trees. Somebody else will show something else. Somebody else will have nothing to show. I love that. A while ago, you gave me a very nice story about some Tanzanian person. You read in a given book. I really love a brief of that. Maybe 2 minutes.
The book is entitled Utubora Mkulima.
The book is entitled Utubora Mkulima.
I liked the way he ended
Do you have the book in your library?
No, I don't have it now.
You don't have it
but
now.
Then the way he concluded his story. Because when he came from the town, he went to the reserve. And he started tilting the land. He dug a very vast land, and he was the only producer of foodstuff in that area. Now, when he was about to complete his garden, he was starting to get tired. And he started thinking, how can I get tired when I've dug almost 1 acre? He asked himself a question. Aliyekula ng'ombe mzima atashindwa na mkia. Because he realized he had dug a very big thing, meaning the whole cow is already was in his
Ah,
stomach.
ah.
Now a tail tilting on the mouth like this could not defeat him from rigging.
I
And
love
this is
that.
the challenge I have.
Uh-huh.
Whenever I'm doing my work in the garden,
Uh-huh.
I say, je,
Mm-hmm.
nitashindwa na mkia kama ng'ombe mzima yuko tumboni.
Umeshararua the whole cow.
Yes,
You've devoured the whole cow.
ng'ombe yuko ndani.
Will you
Sasa when
be
I'm leaving
defeated to
or
eat the tail?
clearing the garden,
I love
I'll
that.
clear the garden.
I
then
love
I'll go
that.
home.
I love that.
Yes, and by my garden side,
Uh-huh.
I have a cup. I have a bowl of porridge.
Uh-huh.
My wife prepares me that one.
I love that.
Yeah, I don't need to go home to drink water.
Now, Long
I
Johns,
take it with
that
me.
is very good.
Yes, I don't need to go.
Somebody may wish to come and learn more from you. Where are you located? Where can we get you in case we want to learn more from you?
Now, my personal address is.
Yes,
I'm very famous.
you're very famous.
Yeah, because as a retired teacher, many teachers and many parents, they know me.
Yes.
If you ask them, Long John's or Mr. John Otieno Law, who was a headmaster of schools, they will tell you we know that man. He's living at Pala at a place called Ndonyo in Ndiwa, in Ndiwa constituency. Yes.
All right.
So from Homa Bay, go to road, come to Mirogi, come to Ojole Pala Primary School, Ojole Secondary School. Diverge on the left, you come from road.
That is good.
On the left, it's just 1.5 kilometers. You reach my home. Ask for Long John's home. Just walk, you will find thousands of trees around.
These are in millions, sir. These are more than thousands, sir. These trees, if I would count them, including those that I saw under the nursery, and these ones that are grown up, those that are still growing, they are more than thousands. Now, just a request, maybe somebody will watch this clip and they may love to reach you. Who knows? Maybe KTN will be interviewing you, Citizen or Radio Ramogi. Who knows? Give your contacts.
My contact is Box 88 Ndiwa.
Box 88 Ndiwa.
My phone number.
Phone number.
07
97 06 28
32.
32.
Yeah.
That is very
The
good.
name will be John Olo or John Otieno Law.
John Otieno Law.
Yes.
The last one. This one is the last one. Technology.
Technology.
What do you say about it? Is it helpful? Is it destructive? What advice do you give to people in relation to technology?
No, technology is not bad.
It's not a bad thing.
Because if it were not for technology, you'd have not interviewed me now.
That is true. That is true.
Yes. If it were not for technology, many learners may not be learning when there is conference in the country.
Sure, indeed.
Yeah, but people learn things online.
Sure.
Like now, I may need to know something in America. I don't need to go to America.
No.
I will just Google in the phone, and then I get what I want.
Oh.
So technology has brought somebody to be current because it is a fulfillment of God's promise that in the end, people will be full or will be enriched with knowledge.
Sure. Yeah.
Except I challenge those who play and say there's no God.
Oh,
those are fools.
Those are fools. The people who say there's no God.
Yeah, if somebody can say there's no God, that's a devil worshipper.
That is a devil worshipper.
Yeah, and he should be taken to hell. That's why she's a devil worshipper. She should go to hell. God lives and will live forever and is coming soon.
I appreciate your knowledge base. Yes. And I'm tempted to ask you, the questions just come one after the other, even when I promised is the last one. Maybe let me ask the last one, I promise.
Yes.
This last one is, society has got people who have not embraced the element of knowledge, the element of education. They say, I am too old to use technology. I'm too old to learn new ideas. I have heard you talk of issues, maybe Googling to learn more, not going to America to learn. What do you have to say as a last remark on issues, knowledge base, learning, education, and all that?
Now, learning is a gradual process.
I love that.
Learning is not static.
It's not static.
Learning is dynamic.
Dynamic.
And it begins from day to day to the end until the end of the day when you will breathe your last.
I love that.
Yes. Because you will find the old man people, where had we to bury this man? Let's bury him when he's facing this way. It means they still need knowledge, even if somebody is going to
I love that.
Learning is a continuous process.
Uh-huh.
And the moment you will start learning things, you will get rotten.
The moment you stop learning.
Learning is refreshment of the brain. The brain must be refreshed. Like now I'm capable of talking in English. When you meet me on the ground there with gray hair, you may think that one is his mosaic, cannot talk English. My white hair is because of what? Knowledge.
Knowledge.
Yeah, that's why I get more knowledge, the more they get whiter.
I love that.
Yes, and these days I've seen even some girls, they make their white hair.
They want to be.
Their hairs white.
They want to be knowledgeable.
Yeah, they want to be knowledgeable.
Shortcut.
Yes. And gray hair is a blessing also from God, and God gives him to those whom he loves.
I love that.
Yes. So
thank you very much, Mzee. You've helped us.
We have to work hard, young man.
Yes.
If a young man says there's no work in his home, I think he should go back,
check
what went wrong somewhere.
There is a problem.
There's a problem somewhere.
There is a very big problem.
Once he finds that problem, let him rectify that. And then he will not regret. He won't regret. Time is there, and if it's properly utilized, you will be resourceful financially. You will be physically fit. The way I'm physically fit.
I can see you're a very strong one.
If you want to fight me now, take care.
I'll regret.
You'll regret.
I'll regret starting the battle.
Well, you can, as a wrestler, you cannot put me down on the ground.
Sure, you are physically fit.
I'm physically fit. And even if I fall on the ground, don't think my bones will break.
No.
They will not break because they are
well fed, well energized and all that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So if somebody works harder, you live longer.
If you work harder, you live longer. I love that.
If you don't work hard,
you will die very soon.
Very, very soon.
And very desperate and miserable.
Yeah.
That was Long John's Kenya Limited, but I've made him graduate. Yes.
For the viewers.
For the viewers
of this exercise. I only thank them for taking their time to be patient to my lecture. I've given that one free. Free. But knowledge invested in a clever man will be very much useful to you.
Knowledge invested in a clever man will be very much useful.
Yeah, it's not a waste.
It's not a waste.
Because if you are a knowledgeable man, if you go to any new area, learn something new there.
Like we are learning now.
You are learning now.
Sure.
Just because you admired me working, then you know what initiated you first. You saw how could this museum do such a work?
Great work.
That was your first question.
Yes.
Perhaps that is what's the start of your movement to myself.
That is true.
Yeah,
I was impressed. Because I've worked with young men, and for sure you would pay money, and you see the work they have done. It is shoddy. They get tired after 20 or 30 minutes, but it's actually 11, 15, and you are still in the farm. I don't know when you began.
No, I was there at 6:30.
6:30 and 11. That is more than 6 hours.
Yeah, no, I'll be going beyond 11.
So you'll go up to around what time?
I'll be changing my work. I was digging.
Now you're digging.
Go to cut the grass.
Go to cut the grass.
The napier grass.
The napier grass for the cows. So you shift from one job to the other.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
May God bless you.
May God bless you also.
We'll come again. And I hope when we come, you won't send us away.
I'm pleased with my God. I'll say one thing about my farm. You found me planting trees.
Sure.
Now, when I was planting trees, some people were asking me, but Mwalimu, the rains are already gone. But then I told them, I'll ask my father. When I told him I'll ask my father, they thought I was talking about my earthly father. My earthly father had been buried many years ago. I have my heavenly father.
Heavenly Father.
Whom if you ask a question, will give you exactly what you want.
Ask.
Because God says, if you, people on earth, your father, your children ask you for ugali. You give ugali, you don't give stones. And they ask you for fish. You give fish, not snakes. So when I was planting my trees, I would ask God, what are my trees?
Your garden.
So in the course of that, as soon as I started planting those ones, the rain started pouring down. And it will
for
pour
sure.
Until
even the weather is promising. It tells it is like to rain. Maybe this is because you prayed for rain. God has answered your prayers. I love this. I love this. So we shouldn't get worried.
Whatever we ask from God, trust that it has been given.
And it will be done.
It will be given. It
yes.
has been given.
Thank you very much.
So tonight we are going to have a lot of rains.
Courtesy of your prayers.
Yeah.
Thank you very
May God
much.
bless you.
I have loved,
Yeah.
loved this.
Come again next
For
time.
me, it is $1 million lesson.
Yeah, welcome.
I'll come, and maybe one of these fine days I'll welcome you to speak to some of my church members. I hope you'll get time.
There is time.
There is time.
How can I fail to get time for my God?
Wow.
You know, when I'm talking to your church members, I am meeting the children of God.
Sure.
I have to win their souls to heaven. And this is as a soul winner. I should win my souls too, my people's souls to heaven.
Oh, that's
Yes.
great. That's encouraging.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
So
The Long Johns. Kenya Limited, Africa Limited now.
Africa Limited now.
Next year, we are international. Long Johns International.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. May God bless you, Long Johns.
Yes.
I've loved interviewing you. Just like I told you, my name is Kim. My other name is Paul. And I was just doing pastoral visitation to my church members. And I think this was meant for me because I've given them a lot of knowledge and wisdom, and God wanted to fill me again.
Yeah.
And through you, God has used me, God has used you to fill my empty cup. I'm going back a very strong man. I've learned a lot. Actually, I've learned $1 million lesson. One day, I'll come pick you here in my car and show you my farm, courtesy of what I've learned from you. May God bless you. God take care of you. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Good.
Thank you for meeting me.